Yeah, call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
We go! 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Charlie.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. Taking it about the 16. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. A run right side, it's Bettis. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside.
Here we go.
If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
6-6, pull it high.
Now a give running left, it's Bettis. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It's a pickup of 3. Ready.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But now it's third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Protein spill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
230. Snipper. Chopper.
Now a handoff looking right. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Roethlisberger. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Hey, Delta.
198. Watch 98.
Hey, lock it.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Hard.
Check 50.
Defense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's pile this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Alert. Jack 16.
Looking to throw on second down. Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go. Black 80. 77. Black,
Now they try the right side here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
180.
22 and 44. Joker.
Check 50.
Hey, seam 6.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Now a handoff looking right. And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Check 50. 8. One day.
First carry for James Conner. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, You can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get this one way out just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Cincinnati.
Break. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, tight down. There you go. Check 50. Ready.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2nd and 11. Steps away to his left. To the left side here for Eifert. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. 60 out now.
Here we go,
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Got to spin. Wide, get wide. Switch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Stop your whining.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. You go tight.
Quarter. Hey, Alpha.
57. Mike, 57. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike's 57.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Parkey with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, echo. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Focus.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now they try the right side here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And an alley to run. Got some room at the 30. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Set! Black 80!
Too little, Cap.
Alert, alert!
Check.
Whirl! Buzz!
57's Mike.
I'm on. Hey, alert!
57's the Mike. I got you, son.
These two. Black and third.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Dante Pettis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
Let's go.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Cincinnati.
98's the Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
17 yards. And the Bengals first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it here with Brown. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Switch. Check 26, check 26.
Easy.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Black 20.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey, Mike 52.
Alert.
These babies cry all the way back.
Why are they second?
Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Tight dog. Watch the ship. Hey.
Deep grip.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
61. Match box. Right.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
On 2nd down. Intended for Blue Central. Incomplete.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, shoot.
Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down.
Right up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Jack 15.
1st and 10. 27-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing.
And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, he just envelops it and brings it in.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger will throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Sean Williams. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Alert flare, flare, flare.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, Delta. 5.
Back to throw here. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And Eifert has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go. Set. 18 gator.
Tighten up.
Get it.
There's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Again, they'll run with Bettis. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Check the backer, check the backer.
50. 52.
Roethlisberger gets this one left side to Pettis. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Watch the whip. Blue draw quarters.
And to give this time to the tailback. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
77. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Slam. Take both of them. Out. Check.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Check. Jack 16.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo!
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is.
Set. Bravo. 10 logo.
198.
Defense.
Back to throw. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
On the ready. Hey, Orbit.
Brings up 2nd and
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Wild
Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down.
Here we go. 30 base. Hey, Alpha.
Watch the slam. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Hey.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go the absolute reward on this, but the risk is probably greater, run the clock out.
And this is going to be William Jackson with a pick. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win. And the ball is knocked out, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford him. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Black 80.
Let's go, defense. Hey,
Alert, alert.
On third down, it's Connor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Charles, any chance they go for it here?
I think that there's a chance. They have to consider it because of the way they played offense in this game. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look at the points that they put up. They feel confident that they can keep it going. But the risk is, and the downside is, you don't get it here, you've set up your opponent in really good field position.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. Roethlisberger now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. Now a handoff looking right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
230. 8.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
57, Mike, 57.
Hey, wahoo!
57's Mike. We own them. We own.
Easy.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Silver.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game.